So close we can almost smell the finish line as the season heads into the final stretch. The race to the title comes to a head. Can the Marinos force Kawasaki into a photo finish? Find out here on the J1 League Goal Zone. All 20 teams in action over the weekend. Relegation threatened Tokushima hosting the leaders Kawasaki, while the Marinos were in Nagoya to try and pick up more points. Another relegation scrap was on in Shizuoka, with Vegalta in town to play S-Pulse. Kashima took a dent in their hopes of finishing top 3 after a loss in the previous week. With an out-of-form Gamba in town this weekend, on a string of 3 straight losses, the hosts should be in a position to respond positively. We join the action as late as the 42nd minute. Ayase Ueda causing trouble in the box. He turns, but his shot is deflected wide of the far post. Kashima were at it again early in the second half. Great hustle from Juan Alano and Diego Pituca. Eventually, Alano picks out Ryuji Izumi at the far post, but goalkeeper Higashiguchi is there to deny him. It seemed like it was all about the home side in this one. A strong run from Pituca picks out Ryotaro Araki. His shot is well saved by Higashiguchi, but Ueda is on hand to put home the rebound. On the hour mark here, and Kashima looking for a second. A fine cross from Rikuto Hirose on the right-hand side, and a powerful attack on the ball from Juan Alano makes it 2-0. Just 3 minutes later, and Kashima were at it again. A deft chip with the outside of Alano's boot finds Araki, but he can't find the target. 73rd minute now, and more attacking intent from Kashima. Alano plays the ball forward to Shomadoi, continues his run. With men on either side of him, he decides to take the shot himself, and that's 3-0. With the game now seemingly dead and buried, Ikuma Sekigawa fouls Thiago Alves in the box, and the referee points to the spot. Alves steps up himself with that left foot of his and finishes expertly. Would Gamba now be able to mount an unlikely comeback? Kosuke Onose? Not quite. This one finished 3-1 to the home team. Kashiwa had been making great strides to distance themselves from the drop zone, pulling off 3 wins in a row. That should leave them brimming with confidence ahead of their clash with Sanfrecce, the visitors having found success in only 1 of their last 8. Nonetheless, it was some footballing expertise from Sanfrecce that got us underway. Toshihiro Aoyama with the through ball. Douglas Vieira finishes this one off. 9 minutes before half-time, and Kashiwa looking to draw level. Naoki Kawaguchi with the cross, Yusuke Segawa with a super diving header, so close but just wide of the far post. Moments before the break, and Sanfrecce are looking for a second. Tomoya Fuji picks up the loose ball, and with that left foot of his, curls it towards the far corner, but it hits the upright. 9 minutes into the second half now, and the Brazilian Vieira with his back to goal spots that Kim Seung-gyu is off his line. He turns expertly, chips the goalkeeper, and lands that one into an empty net for 2-0. On the hour mark, after some very tidy play in and around the penalty area, Kim makes up for that earlier error by palming away the effort. But when the ball gets back into the danger zone, 33-year-old Vieira strikes again. That's his hat-trick, and Sanfrecce win this one by 3-0. Sitting closer to the relegation zone, Shonan were without a win in their last 7 home games. A resurgent Avispa in town this weekend, on the back of 3 straight wins, could prove troublesome for the hosts' relegation woes. But it was certainly Shonan who had the better of the early going. Shuto Machino breaking down the right-hand side, drilling one straight into the goalkeeper's chest. 14 minutes later, and some intricate football provided Shonan with another opportunity. Tarek's effort, but Masaki Murakami equal to it in goal. Nonetheless, the opener came from Avispa, and another one of those controversial handball decisions. Kazuki Oiwa penalised. But was that intentional? Was there anything he could do about it? And were his hands in an unnatural position? The referee wasn't impressed with any of the arguments. And when Juanma Delgado stepped up, he was ruthless with the finish. 33 minutes in and Tarek finds himself onside, his shot though just wide of the post. Into the second half now, things very tight on the edge of the penalty area. Delgado with the strike, saved by Kosei Tani. Into injury time now, and as Murakami punches clear, the ball falls to Yuki Ohashi. To be fair, there were plenty of men defending behind the ball, but Ohashi should have at least got his shot on target. But there was still time for Ohashi to make up for that. Deep into time added on for stoppages, they would find their equaliser as he battles off the defender to get his head to the ball and claim a point. In the battle for third, Vissel had lost some ground after failing to win their last two. To keep their chances alive, they couldn't afford to drop any more points. Their opponents, Consadole, had recently ended a 4-game losing streak and could very well thwart Kobe's plans. Ollie Hogben has your commentary.
Now here is Yoshinori Muto. He's away behind Daiki Suga. Muto pulling it back and then finish. That's a lovely goal. Yuya Nakasaka gets his third goal in J1 this season. It's Vissel Kobe 1, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 0, and just as Consadole were looking at their most threatening, they are punished on the counter-attack by the 24-year-old from Tokushima. Here is Kaneko, goes to Lucas. Good idea to Komai. This is very nice football. Pulled back, it must be finished. Oh, it's well blocked. Takuma Arano's shot, but it was a very fine move from Consadole. And now the counter-attack again. Surely it can't happen once more. Oh! Yuya Osako denied by Takanori Sugeno. The corner is headed by Vissel, and it's another touch from Takanori Sugeno, who's having a magnificent game. Great jump from Vissel, but keep your eye on the goalkeeper. Is it going in? Oh, it may well have been. It's difficult to see from that angle, but Sugeno had to make contact. Douglas Oliveira plays it to Arano. Oh, flicked on to Douglas Oliveira. Is he going to have the immediate impact saved? And then gone wide by Ryota Aoki. Oh, how did he miss that? That would have been his fourth goal of the season. What a great flick on from Komai. Douglas Oliveira perhaps might have done better, but he could have denied him with a strong stop. Kaiju Sasaki doesn't have to do anything too grand. He plays it to Osako. But there will not be enough time to bring the ball forwards. There are smiles at the Kobe Universidad Memorial Stadium. It's Vissel Kobe who've taken Consadole to school. And they win 1-0 here on matchday 29 in J1.
Staying at the top of the table, leaders Kawasaki had struggled for form lately, with just one win in their last 5 matches. But Vortis were on a dreadful run of form, having lost their 5th in a row without scoring. Nonetheless, Vortis were fastest out of the blocks. Kazuki Nishiya ramming the ball into the net with his left foot, but VAR showed that the man who put the crossover to him, Yuki Kakita, had been in an offside position. That decision must have given Kawasaki some encouragement. Kei Shinan driving in from the left, his shot saved though by the goalkeeper. Kami Fukumoto. Their momentum continued though. Just 3 minutes later, Marchinho with surprising speed and strength drives into the box, only to be brought down. The referee awards a penalty and Shonan hits it hard and low to his left, beyond the goalkeeper's right arm. In an all-action first half, Kawasaki were at it again just 2 minutes later. Tono turning and striking, denied again by Kami Fukumoto, who was clearly having a busy day. But Vortis would then provide a world-class equaliser. Kazunari Ichimi bringing down the long ball beautifully with his first touch, and his second, if anything, was even better. But if Ichimi's goal was all about individual brilliance, have a look at the teamwork from Kawasaki just moments later. Intricate passing on the edge of the box, and Yasuto Wakizaka picks his spot and side-foots that one home. 2-1 at half-time, and Kawasaki would get a third 7 minutes into the second half. Shonan gets his head first to the corner, but he might have got a little help from a defensive deflection. 3-1 down, but still time for Vortis to mount one last attack. Masaki Watai with a super shot from outside the box, and a fingertip touch from Jung Sun Ryong keeps the score at 3-1 to the visitors. So Frontale did the business of picking up 3 points. Coming up when we return, find out if title-challenging Marinos can keep up their end of the title chase. Good to have you back with us for the second part of the J1 League Goal Zone. Keeping our eye on the championship fight, we head to Nagoya for a match-up of the heavyweights. A recent victory for Grampus in the AFC made them the lone Japanese team in the quarter-finals. Aiming to finish third in the J.League, they had Yokohama in town with title ambitions of their own. The highest-scoring team up against the record holders for clean sheets meant we could have a tough battle on our hands. Here's Mark Richmond.
Everything inside the penalty box, totally stuffed there. Inagaki, that got lucky to Nagasawa. Goalkeeper saved it first time. Oh, it's come off the crossbar. It's come off the upright, and it's Nakatani continuing his red-hot scoring form of late, who's opened the accounts in this game. Shinosuke Nakatani having a goal-scoring streak like he's never had before in his career. This was pinballing everywhere. It started with Inagaki, and that's efforts which just looped high up. Good save in the first time out, and then the efforts that came off the upright after a strike from Kim Min-tae, falling neatly into the path of Nakatani, and he buries it. Deflection from Ogihara. So unfortunate. Tiraton. He's losing out to his opposite, number 5, Nagasawa. Ball stolen up. Svertsok with an opportunity. Svertsok's taken it round the goalkeeper. Svertsok scored! Mistake at the back for Yokohama Marinos at the start of the second half, and duly punished by a striker on form. Jakub Svertsok earning the adulation, the adoration of the Nagoya faithful. And here at the Toyota Stadium, he's got the energies and the batteries going all over again with the second goal of the game for the home side. Huge mistake by Iwata, who up till that point has been brilliant against Svertsok. And when you're in the form of your life at the moment, having just scored a hat-trick in the Asian Champions League, this is a gift. He took it around the goalkeeper. The angle might have been acute after he had taken it round Takaoka. But when you're in the form of your life, the goal just seems so mighty huge, and he just rolled it in nonchalantly and took that same sort of attitude and stroll to earn the applause of these fans. Cross comes in deep. There is a free header, and it's Sugimoto who has scored again against Nagoya Grampus. For the first time, the defense just went to sleep, And Yokohama have found a way back into this game. Their mid-season acquisition from Urawa Reds. They stole a yard at the near post, a darting run, and a header. And as a flash off the old Kenyu Sugimoto, his days at Cerezo, Osaka. That was more like it, a poacher's goal. And it's given life and hope to the tricolor. Leo Ciara. Oh, it's a clever turn by Leo Ciara! Oh, what a save it was as well by Langerek. That would have been some goal by the Brazilian. Absolutely brilliant. Poacher's instinct inside the penalty box against Kim Min-tae, who lost sight of him. And then all of a sudden he had a sight of goal for a fleeting moment. They will be 4 points behind Kawasaki, having played a game more after their latest defeat here at the Toyota Stadium. Full time here then, Nagoya Grampus have beaten Yokohama Marinos by 2-1.
Turning our attention to the bottom now, Yokohama have been in the doldrums after some wretched away form with just 1 win in their last 21 matches. Would they be able to improve that away to Tokyo? On a rain-sodden day, it was the home team who had the first chance. From the corner, Masato Morishige can't quite get his effort on target. They continued to press, and here in the 18th minute, what a fine effort this was from Adilton. The shot landing on the roof of the net. But just a minute later, Ryoya Ogawa picks out Diego Oliveira, and with a fine touch and turn, he buries that one for the opener. And it wasn't long before Tokyo made it 2-0. Leandro on the edge of the box checks to his left-hand side, and that's a fine finish from the Brazilian. Yokohama's first significant effort wasn't until the 27th minute. Ryo Herman with the shot from the edge of the box took a deflection and was turned away by Go Hatano. It was an action-packed first half, and it was certainly Tokyo who went into the break with something to celebrate. Keigo Higashi crosses and finds Oliveira, and that's 3-0 to the home team. 10 minutes into the second half, Oliveira, looking for his hat-trick, picks up the loose ball on the edge of the box. His shot saved by Sven Brodersen in goal. And Brodersen did all he could in the 85th minute to prevent a fourth goal, but ultimately there was no stopping Leandro and no stopping Tokyo, who come away with all the points. In another relegation battle, Shimizu's winless run continued as they failed to win in their last 8. Vegalta did earn a W last weekend to end a 12-game winless streak, but there was little to split these two teams as they headed into this one. An 18th minute corner from the left-hand side appeared to miss everyone. Everyone, that is, except Thiago Santana, who ghosted in at the far post to give Shimizu a 1-0 lead. Just 3 minutes later, and they were almost 2 up. An ambitious effort perhaps from Yuito Suzuki, but he wasn't far away. 7 minutes into the second half, the ball at Jakub Slowik's feet. Can you see a mistake coming up? If you could, you were right. Noriaki Fujimoto making it 2-0 to Shimizu. But on the hour mark, Vegalta looked like they might find a way back. From the corner, Felipe Cardoso picks the ball up. His shot takes a deflection, and that's 2-1. Shimizu, though, managed to hold out and almost found a third goal of their own 3 minutes from time. Ronaldo finds Daiki Matsuoka from outside the box, but he runs into Jakub Slowik, who at least this time was fully focused on the task at hand. All of which means Shimizu get back to winning ways. Next up for you, Oita, who were handed a tough task as they travelled to face third-place Sagan. Tosu were on a solid run of form with their third win in 4 games, and they should have few problems sweeping their opponents aside on this occasion. Just after the quarter-hour mark, Noriyoshi Sakai picks up a decent through ball on the left-hand side. His left-footed shot stopped by Shun Takagi. The only other decent chance of the first half also fell to the home side. Yoshihiro Nakano with the through ball to Ryohei Shirasaki. Takagi in the right place at the right time again. Another sweet through ball. Tomoya Koyamatsu's shot hits the post, rebounds off the goalkeeper and finds its way into the net. But the linesman had his flag up for offside. Sakai, who played the key pass, was in an offside position when he'd received the ball. The last chance to claim all 3 points fell to Oita from the corner in the 96th minute. Park Il-gyu punches it away, and this one finishes 0-0. A team on a hot streak, Urawa were unbeaten in 8 and hadn't tasted defeat in their last 5 league matches. With only 1 loss in their last 10 home games, morale would be high ahead of their clash with Cerezo. Here's Paul Macefield.
Time and space, Sekane helps it forwards. Osaka is through on goal. Osaka makes no mistake. Number 4 of the season for him. The 29-year-old made absolutely no mistake there. It's his 37th goal in J.League history, and this was like a knife through butter. A wonderful pass, clearly onside, you can see in the middle of your picture. A great step over from Koizumi, and Osaka just took it in his stride. That first touch was sublime. The second one just took it away from Nishino, the defender, and then he just slotted it into the back of the net. Perfect start for the Urawa Reds. They lead by 1-0. Kim Jin-yeon, mistake! What a goal! It should have been a goal. It was an own goal. Sakane can't believe he's missed it. Kim Jin-yeon gets the ball, tries to play it out, and it's an awful pass. An open goal begging to have the ball slammed into it, and somehow Sekane has pulled the shot wide. Decent ball through the middle, lovely touch as well. And the this touch for the finish from Yuruki. Looked as though he was going to stay down injured, but he won't. He'll jump straight to his feet to celebrate that one. What a finish. One of the hardest things to do is a straight ball and a straight run, but how about that first touch from Yuruki? Almost killed it, and then the second, as he was falling down, just sticks the leg out to poke it past the onrushing Kim Jin-yeon to make absolutely no mistake. That's the advantage that Urawa wanted. It's a second goal, it gives them breathing space. That's the full-time whistle as the collision comes and brings everything to a closure. The referee just checking that both players are okay. Kumatsuda is on the ground as well. He's moving, they're both moving, which is the important thing. The final whistle has gone, there is a nod of heads there. Well, it's a game that saw the Urawa Reds dominate the second 45 minutes. At full time at the Saitama Stadium. It's Urawa Reds 2, Cerezo Osaka 0.
Here's a look at the results once more for you then. Kashima back on track with a 3-1 win at home. Shonan held Avispa to a 1-1 draw. Kobe edged out Sapporo by a goal. Kawasaki making no mistakes as they collected 3 points on the road, while the Marinos slipped up as they lost 2-1 in Nagoya. Yokohama dealt another loss, 4-0 at the hands of Tokyo, and Oita taking a precious point off Sagan as they played out a goalless draw. Kawasaki now 4 points clear at the top and with a game in hand. The advantage clearly going back to the champions after this round as the Marinos lost ground in the title chase. Nagoya made sure to keep up the pressure in the battle for third, with Kobe breathing down their necks, 2 points behind, but with a game in hand in their back pocket. The bottom half of the pack features little movement. Shimizu the only side to clear more air between them and the drop zone. With the end of the season looming, the relegation hole is getting harder and harder to climb out of for the 4 clubs involved. All wrapped up nicely for you then, the best highlights from round 29 of the J1 League. which brought us our 7th hat-trick hero. Congratulations to Douglas Vieira. My name's Steve Dawson, and we'll see you next time.
อย่าลืมไลค์และ Subscribe นะครับ
Like, subscribe, push notification.
Like, subscribe, push notification.